Welcome to 88.8 Success Radio Eskwela Station. A great afternoon to you kids. It has been a while since we have seen each other in school. This time, we will try a new way of learning through this radio broadcast. This is your teacher, Science 3 teacher, Jennifer and Makay. I will go along with you as we study a topic from the most essential learning competency, describe the different uses of light, sound, heat, and electricity in everyday life. Today, we will focus on how heat travels from hot to cold. Today is the 4th day of May 2021. Let us fill the day with a smile as we start our new lesson. Kids, join in our class discussion by listening well, answering the activities prepared for you as you are guided by your parents, guardians, or older brothers or sisters. Make sure that you stay in a place where you are comfortable and free from any disturbance so that you can hear me well over the radio. Have you taken your meal? If yes, that would be good to hear. You need to have your meal before our lesson so that you can understand our lesson. Are you ready? Then, let's start our lesson. Kindly get your activity sheets and pencil. Okay, so last time you have learned about physical and chemical change. Can you still remember it? I'm glad that you can still remember it. So physical change only change the appearance of a substance, not its chemical composition. So blending a smoothie, for example, involves two physical changes: the change in shape of each fruit and the mixing together of many different pieces of fruits, because none of the chemical in the smoothie components are changed during blending. The water and vitamins from the fruit are unchanged, for example. So we know that no chemical changes are involved. Chemical change cause a substance to change into an entirely substance with a new chemical formula. So, for example, rotting, burning, cooking, and rusting are all further types of chemical changes because they produce substance that are entirely new chemical compounds. So, for example, burned wood becomes ash, carbon dioxide, and water. When exposed to water, iron becomes a mixture of several hydrated iron oxide and hydroxide. So, yeast carries out of fermentation to produce alcohol from sugar. Okay, very good. You have recalled our past lessons. Now we can move on to our next lesson. Later on, you will have another activity, so listen very well. I am sure that you can easily answer the activities as long as you focus on our lesson. Our lesson today is about heat travels from hot to cold. Have you accidentally touched a hot pan handle? How the handle of a pan gets hot even though it is not directly placed in the source of heat. Okay, it is natural for energy to flow from one place to another. So heat naturally flows in one direction only, from hot toward cold. So heat travels in three ways: by conduction, by convection, and radiation. Listen well, kids. Conduction is a method of heat transfer through particles from one part of the substance to its adjoining parts. Some materials conduct heat better than others. So metal, for example, is a good conductor of heat. We use metal in pots and pans to cook because it will move the heat from the flame to our food quickly. If you put a pan on a stove top and turn on the heat, okay, the metal sitting over the burner will be the first part of the pan to get hot. The hot or the heat will transfer from a hot burner on the stove into a pan. Okay, convection. Convection is the flow of heat caused by the motion of a liquid or gas. It is known for having a circular pattern in heat transfer. Convection occurs only in liquids and gases. So a good example of this is the heating of water in a kettle. As a water is heated, the molecules that make up the water rise and the heat spreads. It is a circular flow of rising warm water and falling cooler water sets up. Next is radiation. The sun is the main source of heat and light and other form of energy on Earth. The heat from the sun reaches the Earth in the form of radiation. Radiation is the transfer of energy in the form of waves. Radiant energy travels very fast like the light. Energy is radiated from the sun through empty space or air directly to materials. Heat radiation is the flow of heat between objects that are not in contact with each other. So, another example is the heat felt by someone sitting near a distant fire. Can you say again the three ways of heat travels? Very good. The three ways of heat travels are conduction, convection, and radiation. Did you understand the three ways on how heat travels? Very good. So now let's move on to the activity about how heat travels from hot to cold. Okay, prepare your learning activity sheet and pencil. We will now start the part 1 of the activity sheet. The direction reads, match column B to the statements given in column A. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. Okay, so please do this for 3 minutes. Time starts now. Huy, tasakam. Clap your feet. Clap your feet. Oops. Clap your feet. Clap your feet. Clap your feet. Clap, clap, clap. Ngat.
Wala na kaji pa na. Danom.
Anong danom?
Dagas-patan pag-deliver ka na.
Apay be?
Oh, clap your feet na, clap your feet.
Ah. Are you done, children? Okay, so let us now proceed to part 2 of your last. The direction says, identify the method of heat transfer shown in each picture below. Write conduction, convection, or radiation. That is 1 to 5. Okay. Number 1, drying of hands. That is very good, radiation. Number 2, grilling of food. That is, yes, conduction. Number 3, boiling of water. That is, good job, convection. Next is frying of egg. That is conduction. And last one, solar panel absorbing light. Absorbing light energy. That is radiation. Okay, I hope that all your answers are correct. If not, it will be just fine. As long as you try your best in our activity, keep up your activity sheet and make sure that you will send that to me when your parents or guardians go to school. So it is so nice to be with you all throughout our discussion. I hope that you understood everything we have discussed. And for your additional activities, in each given situation, identify the materials used and describe how heat transfer in the materials. Write your answers on your last. Once again, this is your Science 3 teacher, Madam Jennifer and Makay. Always remember, in science, anything is possible. Till next time, kids, God bless and stay safe at home.